Shell.
Today we are going to address the elephant in the room.
Where is he?
Oh, and
It's waiting
yeah,
outside of our doors.
yes. A lot of people are talking about it in our industry, and not just our industry, and like industries that kind of extend from our industry. Um, this year has been kind of slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. A little like, and I talked to so many people and they all kind of reiterate the same thing. And nobody wants to talk about it because it's like, it's a
I
little
feel like we're
scary.
trying to put on like, I'm fine. Like, I'm doing awesome. Like, look at me. Hire me because I'm doing awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I think people are surprised when they hear that, like they're like, "Oh, you seem like you're doing, and you're just like, "Well, I'm just trying to keep it status quo." But the reality is a lot of people in our industry and in our industry as a whole are down this year for many reasons, I think. There's some people who've done videos about it, and I think it's a mixture of the economy and like people. I think I've actually talked to some producers and they've said, yeah, a lot of my clients, my end clients, which
Oh,
trickles down
yeah.
to us, have said,
Yeah.
oh, you know what, we're just going to refresh what we did last year and like change a few things versus a whole new video or a whole new commercial, anyway, reusing previous things, keeping the budget down. Like they're a little afraid to spend.
I've heard that a lot is that marketing budgets are way down this year.
Mhm.
And maybe we can dive into why we think that it might be down. Of course, we could have an expert talk about it too. But I think that in our position, you know how you get those gut feelings and they usually turn out to be kind of true. I think that we could probably speak on that too.
Yeah. Different people are speculating, the economy, the AI piece. They say the AI piece is only kind of taking the low hanging fruit right now. It's not going to be taking like, you know, the more, reputable
The acting kind of
video.
things, the
Yeah.
things that need the nuance and the personality.
Yeah.
It's going to get better,
Yeah.
but
It's
I don't believe in fear mongering either. So,
Yeah. And I'm actually taking a class right now with Rhonda about the AI. It's a
oh,
lot to
good.
take in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but it's more to try to kind of be ahead of the trend. But I know I'm feeling it. I know a lot of my colleagues I've spoken to are all exactly in the same position. I know you're feeling it.
absolutely.
So, it's like, what do you do when times are slow? That's kind of the question, right? What do you
You
do?
know, so here's a piece too, is that we were kind of talking before, like when I sent everything off to my bookkeeper, it came back and she had my QuickBooks all, and said, here's your report. And I'm like looking at it going, oh my gosh, I'm down at least $20,000 than last year. Okay.
Hmm. Same.
Now
More
I
than
am
that
in a
even for
rural
me.
community. My budget is completely different than probably many other people, but 20,000 is a crazy huge hit. And so for me, my mind didn't go to, well, I just need to market more and my mind went to, how are we going to keep paying for this? And how are we going to do this? And groceries have doubled.
Right. Everything's gone up in price, right?
Everything's gone up. My job has come
Yeah.
down. But I'm also in a position where, like, I can't quit voiceover because if I went and did something else, it would not be time the time spent doing that would take
Yeah.
away from me being able to work with really amazing clients that
Right.
and this is my skill set, like, this is what I do, so how do I and so I felt like I couldn't be creative. It was more of, do I need to reskill? Do I need to offer something else? Do I need to lean in more to my photography and start doing senior portrait sessions again, like, to make up for that
Difference.
deficit? And so
Yeah.
that's kind of where my head has been,
Mm.
in doing
Yeah.
that. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably down closer to 30,000 than last year. And yet, like you said, like it's still like honestly years ago when I was working at a other job, like decades ago,
I would
like
have been like,
I would
"That's what
still
I made this year."
right, I would still be like I would still look at what I have made and be like, "Girl, why are you complaining?" You know what I mean? Like you're good,
Right.
right? And yet because it's such a difference from last year, it alerts us and it makes us concerned and it kind of like puts that like immediate, like, what, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? And I don't,
Right.
again, since I'm not, so of course you question it and you wonder, and you're doing everything the same. It should be the same
Right.
or more, or, like at
And we
least
don't
be,
suck.
no,
We don't.
that is
Like, we're
correct.
good at what we do.
Yeah, and right, you've grown so much in this and that you really feel confident in what you do. And then when you talk to other people and you see other things and you're like, okay, it's not just me. This is around, across the board. And then I again talk to some producers. I've actually had Zoom calls with people who I've worked with in the past, producers who I hadn't asked those questions, and they've, a couple of them have been like, it's like weird. Like we're wondering if we're gonna have to close shop. So that's where you get like, okay, I'm gonna just take a
Oh, yeah.
Brittany,
I was on a live session with someone, huge agency in London, and there's the same thing. I was like, "I just feel like things just kinda nosedived over the summer," and he's like, "Oh my gosh, me too." Like,
yeah.
I thought,
So does that
"Really?
make you
You
feel
guys
like
too?"
not good, but makes you feel a little like, okay, it's definitely not just me. It's
Oh,
everybody.
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
industry-wide, and I think we have to realize there's ebbs and flows to this industry, right? There's things going on completely outside of our control. And we can either decide to freak out and just quit and pivot to something else, or we stay the course.
Yep.
We do the things, we're here for our clients that are going to come back to us.
It's like the stock market, I guess, right? They say that like you put your stuff in your IRA and
Just keep it
and so
there,
you
you
don't look
ride
at it
out,
every day. You just keep, I think that's the
especially if it's
part that,
messy or you don't look at it.
right. Right. I think I struggle with, and I'm working on, because I know things start coming when I just get busy and not
Mhm.
sitting there like refreshing my email and like, did I get anything today? Right. Versus like, forget that. Just work on something. Work on, refreshing a video, putting up a post, connecting
Start
with
Real Talk
somebody.
Tuesdays.
Do a real talk Tuesday about the elephant in the room, like whatever it is, do something. Do like action brings action, right? And like, and honestly, when I get like focused on that, I'm all into it. I'll get an email and like from a client I've used in the past and be like, oh, or like the direct marketing. I know we're gonna have Mark Scott on soon, or we might have already, depending on when we release
We
these,
release it.
about the direct marketing. I took his class. It's the thing I resist the most, but it's important. Uh, so all those things, and then just keeping your really quickly, just keeping your trying to keep your mood and your person okay through this, right? Like, because that's really hard. It's emotionally hard, and it's
Yeah.
mentally hard. It's financially hard. So it's like I'm the girl that like has my, and you would laugh. My whole house is like affirmations, like everything I own, everything I wear, like my hats. It's like trying to
Floor
keep me
cleaners.
positive. Yes, I try to keep positive. I got this. I'm not even a big, is this Beauty and the Beast? I'm not even a
It's
big
Belle.
Beauty and the Beast, it's Belle, but it's like I was like, "Okay, what does it say?
I'm
Sorry,
fully
I'm
booked.
fully booked," which I'm not, but in this moment, but I was like, "Sorry," like things like that to keep you,
Pick a
you know,
number, get in line.
yeah, exactly. So, it's that sort of
Pick a
thing where
number.
you're kinda like trying to keep yourself above board, right? About, like kind of just, and like music, like I have this jam, I listen Lizzo song in the morning. I'll listen to it like
What song is it?
in case nobody told you today, you're special.
I love that.
Like I'll play that and I'll sing it to Tony, and it's just like I'll blast it, just stuff like that. Just, I don't know, just like what else are we gonna do? Like it's
Right?
not helpful to just be like, oh my God, which I've been in that mode before, but that's
Yep.
not helping, right?
Music has a huge impact on
It
that. Like, I'll
does.
stick on, Tom Petty is one of my favorites, or
Uh,
like the Weezer Blue Album, you know? Like, it
mhm.
takes you back to that time when you were in high school or college when there wasn't so much responsibility,
Carefree.
or
Or
yeah, carefree, and, like, listening to music back then just takes you back and just goes, "Okay, everything we're gonna ride this out, it's
we're
gonna be
gonna be
fine."
okay. Yeah. Like if I were to give advice, which I'm not the greatest at advice,
You've had so much life experience though, Michelle.
I have.
Great
I have.
great stuff.
Um,
Advice.
okay. So my advice for myself as well is to stop focusing on the scarcity and the lack, and know it's like the stock market. Everything will, ebb and flow, and it's going to come back. That's it's ebbing a little more than it's been in the past, but okay. That's okay. And it's like riding the roller coaster, right? Okay, you know what? We're going up and down. And that's hard, but like in that ride, try to find things that fuel you to keep you in a positive space, take a walk, speak with a friend, talk with a colleague, just kind of like connect with people, help someone, help someone out with something.
Focus off of
Um,
yourself
yeah,
and
service is huge for giving you back something. Like go work at a place where you're like, for a day volunteer and you'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I got it pretty good." Like surround yourself with things that bring you back, that fuel you, and then just focus on the work, focus on doing things, focus on, action and
forward
not inaction and then
momentum. And it doesn't have to be like huge things. It's just showing up and doing the little things every day that I think
yeah,
makes that difference.
yeah,
When you were
exactly.
talking about like the roller coasters, I was thinking of so there's this equilibrium, right? And we have the highs and the lows. And I feel like now we're kind of like in this like little dip. And like we were just if we go back up here was like 2020. Do you remember being in the studio constantly because everybody's marketing message had changed and they're like, we need to adjust what we're saying to make sure we're meeting today's current situation that's going on. And so 2020, 2021 was like high, right? And
2021 was
so
like the most amazing year.
nuts.
Yeah, yes.
So when you're up here and then now we're down here, like we can't compare ourselves to like what
Right.
was up here either,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We've gotta be somewhere. I wish I had, like, a whiteboard because I would just this, I'm
I
in the
can see it.
middle
I can
of
visualize
my
what you're saying. Exactly.
so, like, trying not to compare ourselves
Yes.
to our highs, and also remember if we're in our low, we're not gonna compare ourselves to our low either.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Listen to your favorite music,
Listen to your music, do things, action, keep creative, keep creating,
keep
keep positive,
connecting,
keep connecting, do something for someone else, right? Those are the
I think that's
nuggets.
it.
I
Keep
love it.
creating, keep connecting. What's another?
Charity. Is that I'm trying to
Charity
do all
work.
the C's.
The 3 C's.
The 3 C's. There it goes.
Be
Good advice.
successful.
I love it. Thanks for watching.